Don't worry. So everything okay?
Everything is good. Yeah, everything is. Life is life is funny just now. I really feel. I don't know. I've been working really, really hard. I came back to Los Angeles 10 days ago. I'm in a very emotional place at the moment. I don't
Okay.
know. I think maybe because my son graduated and he is now. There's a big part of my when people say when you lose an arm or a leg,
Oh,
it feels like it's still there,
yeah.
and but it's not there anymore, and so I'm having moments where I'm sitting in the car and I start crying for
Oh,
for no for no apparent reason.
okay.
Um,
And did your son
it's
graduated from what? From high school or from the?
high school from
Okay.
high school,
Uh-huh. It's a
and now
it's a very
he's
emotional
traveling
moment.
around.
I've been through it too, so I can hear
Yeah.
you.
Mm.
So now you're back on tour, and you will be playing again in Chile after 7 years. What are you doing on stage nowadays?
Um, I, you know what? I look at other bands and I say like, what's going on? With them, what are they doing? What are they standing for? What's their message? What's their MO, their
Hmm.
modus operandi? And then I look at us and I want to be the most authentic version of myself
Okay.
as it can possibly be. Um, I want to tell the truth as much as I possibly can.
Hmm.
Uh, I'm so I think and I think I've always been a little bit like that. And a Travis show, a Travis concert is there's no backing tracks for a start.
Yeah.
We don't believe in this whole.
Hmm.
I mean, there you know when you go to see a gig, let's listen to live music. Don't let's not listen to a CD player
Hmm.
and then play on top of it. I mean, come on, guys, just let's be real, right?
Hmm.
Let's play because the songs are good, and
Hmm.
we're not really there to really when you think about a show, you're not really there to listen to songs. You're
Hmm.
sort of there to listen to songs, but you're really there to spend time with the band in real face to face. You're
Hmm.
there to remember the memories that you've connected to the songs. You're there to be with other people who you might have never met before. There's a
Hmm.
lot of things going on in a show. And then, as far as what I say or do on stage, and I talk a lot,
Okay.
and I'm trying to figure life out. I'm trying to figure out what's going on, and I'm trying to make sense of things. So it's always a bit been like that, and it's nice to see a band as they get older, to see how they navigate the different aspects of life.
Hmm.
And so that's where I'm at right now, and the shows are good.
Okay. So I think what you're saying is that the audience also has an impact on you as a performer. Is that right?
Oh my God. Yeah, of course. I mean,
Hmm.
it's it's I was saying just earlier, I listened to I was listening to Madonna's True Blue
Hmm.
album
Yeah.
yesterday,
Hmm.
and I was crying in my car
Okay.
because I was remembering being 12 years old, and and these memories are. We talk about time like it's a distance,
Hmm.
you know.
Yeah.
It's like those memories are. They feel like maybe 1,000, 2,000 miles away,
Yeah.
that you need to, or maybe they're on the moon and you need a telescope to see them.
Uh-huh.
It's like trying to look at the Neil Armstrong's footprints on the moon. Some
Right.
of these memories are
Yeah.
so far away,
Hmm.
but music is like the strongest, most amazing telescope you could ever
Hmm.
use
Hmm.
to 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 view or to see those footprints on the moon.
Yeah.
And I think that when you look through the telescope of music and remember those memories that are so distant to you,
Mm-hmm.
it's like you see the microscopic. It's incredible. And so the question about the audience being part of this show is I mean, imagine all the memories in that room, every single person. You even take 100 people and say every single person, all of the experiences that person, all of the sadness and happiness and everything in between that got them to that very point in life where they're watching a show. And your little song just happened to pinpoint something at that moment in someone's life. It's kind of universally spiritual in a sort of godless way, not in a religious way.
Yeah.
It's spiritual in the most wonderful atomic physics way.
Did any particular song in True Blue make you cry, or was the whole
Oh
album
yeah,
as a concept?
yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Weirdly, oh my God. So I'm listening to it, and of course, the
The Papa Don't Preach introduction.
yeah, it's just like that is it's in your DNA. It's like it's in the your body, you know it, and that got me the and you're like, whoa, every sound, every lyric. But then there's one song where there's a bit of a film in it at the beginning of it, and she's get up, stand tall, get your back up against the wall, because my love is dangerous. This is a bust. It's not a good song. It's shit. But it was, I remember going, fuck, this is amazing. They're using movies and they're putting it into a song. It was really, I'd never heard that before. And so I heard that and I was like, whoa, I got a big wobble.
So what happened to you when you are playing, when you are the performer, on stage and you're playing your music? What happened to you? What does happen to you when you play your hits? Do you enjoy them?
Yeah, of course. You go in, it's like meditation. It is. I don't know if you've ever done meditation.
Oh no.
Right. Well, you should try. You should try transcendental meditation. David Lynch swears by it.
I know about David Lynch. Yeah.
But no, but it's really interesting, because you transcend. Meaning I can be on, because I've played these songs so often, and you go into this place. I don't even know if it's a place. You kind of come out of yourself, and your body is doing all of these things that it knows. I'm singing, but I'm also looking at people, and I'm like, oh wow, look at that person's crying, or oh God, did I put that person on the guest list tonight? Or you really, it's an amazing thing. It's just a really bizarre, cool. Our shows are I can be in the middle of a song that I've played 5,000 times and forget the lyrics. It's like you don't even, because something like I'll be in that zone and then I'll see something happen and I get distracted, and then I fall back into myself, and then I'm going, what? And then I have to stop the song. I'm like, right, stop. And let's start again. I'm really sorry, everyone. I completely forgot where I was there. It's cool. It's cosmic.
Let's talk a little bit about your last album, like Times. Tell me, I want to ask about the driving force behind the album, the motivation to go into the studio and record a set of songs, a set of new songs. What prompted you to do that again?
Right. Well, I've got to be completely cynical and
Mm-hmm.
really, really honest, because what's the point in lying?
Mm-hmm.
Bands go into the studio to record albums because they need to tour, because that's my job. My
Mm-hmm.
job is touring.
Mm-hmm.
I go and play, and that's how I put food on the table for my kid, and that's how I get by from day to day. That's
Yeah.
if I was a mechanic, I would go in and fix cars, right? So that if there was no cars,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
right, I would be out of a job. So I have to make new songs, because here's the process is this: you make an album, it makes everything a little bit more relevant, and you tour.
Okay.
And if I didn't have to make an album, I would not do it. Never. If I didn't have to write another song ever again,
Mm-hmm.
I'd be so happy,
Mm.
because it's really hard to write songs. It's
Yeah.
fucking.
I can
It's
imagine.
sorry, pardon my swearing.
Oh,
It's
don't worry about it.
so
we're
okay.
not
It's like
English speaking country, so
so yeah, right, yeah, cool. And so it's like it's so frustrating, because I want to write a melody I've not heard before.
Mm.
I'm trying to find because your songs don't come from your brain. Your songs are a very emotional thing, and it comes from below, and it comes out, and you have to translate it and turn it into melody and tone and then rhythm, and it's so fucking difficult to try and write it. So you have to write about 1,000 ideas before you get 10 that are any good.
Mm-hmm.
And then you put the fucking album out and no one gives a shit, you know? Well, but that's fine. I don't care. But what it means is it gets us to go on tour, and it gets us out on the road. We get to do our job, but there's more to it than that, because your job as a performer, or especially my job in my band, is to be the telescope that Madonna is for me.
Okay.
And that's is such a honorable, cool, amazing thing. You know, it's a great job. And in order to do that job, unfortunately, I've got to make new albums.
But isn't there a way to go on tour without making new albums? It doesn't work like that?
No. Everyone, I was like you once. I used to think, why the fuck do I have to do an album? It's just the way it is. You look at every band, Depeche Mode, Coldplay,
yeah. Well,
Nick
I
Cave.
think the Rolling Stones invented that way of making an album to go on tour.
They even do it, yeah. They still make albums.
Well, they're among the first.
But no one plays them on the radio, the new songs. But it doesn't matter, because it just brings a band. It just gives the press something a little bit to talk about that's new. Everyone, I mean, that's why we call it the news, because it's new, and everyone likes something that's new. And so you just got to play the game a little bit, but always remember. But the thing is, here's an amazing thing. Like, for instance, this artist Hosier.
Yeah.
Hosier.
Hosier. Yeah.
Now, he had a number 2 hit 14 years ago. I don't know, a long time ago, with Take Me to Church. Great song, great, brilliant singer. But I went to see him play live, and I didn't know any of the songs. I just knew that one song. But that one song is like, whoa, amazing song. And then I was talking to his lighting guy, the guy who does the lights for him, because he does the Killers as well. This really nice guy called Steven. And I was asking him about this new song, Too Sweet. And he's like, they weren't going to put that out.
Okay.
He just put that out because he was going on an American tour, and someone said, maybe you should just, because the album's 9 months old, maybe you should do a little EP just to make it relevant, the tour, maybe sell some more tickets. So he was, there's a couple of songs left over. And he has this song that's still in the top 10 of the Billboard charts, this Too Sweet song. And it's a brilliant song. So you might get another hit, but don't kid yourself on. I mean, hits are hard to come by,
Mhm.
and they generally only happen when the band is new and the stars align. Um, but never forget your true. If you're lucky enough to have had some hits,
Mhm.
don't forget the true nature of what you're doing, which is you help people stay in touch with their memories,
Mhm.
stay in touch with the people they've lost touch with. Maybe they've died or
Mhm.
they've,
Yeah.
I don't know,
Mhm.
it's
Mhm.
lovely. It's a
Mhm.
great job.
Mhm. But anyhow, LA Times is a collection of, I think, very personal songs about living in a age and place, and I think it has some vibe of a falling apart city. Of
Yeah.
I don't know if apocalyptic times would be the proper adjective, but I feel like a kind of a world falling apart,
Mhm.
and the presence of LA as a city is all over the record, I think. And
Mhm.
so after listening to it, I
Mhm.
wonder, why do you still live in LA?
Um, well, because my son was at school
Mm,
here
mm-hmm,
and I didn't want to take him out of school again,
mm-hmm,
but he's graduated now. And so I don't know where I'm going to go
mm-hmm,
right at the moment.
mm-hmm,
And yeah, it's a funny old town.
mm-hmm.
LA's a funny place. I'm quite hermity.
Okay.
I've got very few. I've got only me. I can count my friends on my hand.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so I have a very small social footprint
Okay.
in the world, and and I like that. I don't I because I think friendships should be meaningful and not be this like
Mm-hmm.
I'm not into acquaintances at all.
Yeah.
So I'm quite happy here right now. I'm in my little place. My son is traveling in Europe, and
Mm-hmm.
I miss him. My wife and I have divorced. Or not
Mm-hmm.
divorced, we're separated, and that's nice.
Okay.
And I think the album, the thing you talked about, I think Ellie's really for all the wrong reasons, an interesting place. Like you've got like everyone's in cars.
Yeah.
No one is like face to face,
Mm-hmm.
And it's so funny that, and when you're in cars, people are like, fuck you, they're really, really aggressive. Um, when you pull up to the lights with people, you pull up, there's the lights.
Mm-hmm.
Someone pulls up here, someone pulls up here, someone pulls up here. No one pulls up together. You don't ever look in the other person's window.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
it's
true.
so fucked up. And it's no surprise that they invented the virtual version of that with social media,
Mm-hmm.
where everyone is hiding somewhere and going "fuck you,"
Mm-hmm.
you
Yeah.
know. It's incredible. It's like an extension of California, that
Mm-hmm.
social media, and look what it's doing to the world. It's horrific.
Yeah.
So
Well, it was
I
born in California, in Silicon Valley, so maybe
yeah
that makes
yeah.
sense.
It's it's a very weird time and place. Although in the last few, the Olympics are coming here,
Yeah.
so they're like, we've got 4 years to we must make the homeless people vanish,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like what it's such an odd place,
Mm-hmm.
and from an anthropological perspective, it's very interesting,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
from a songwriter's perspective, it gives you quite a lot of material.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is the song I hope that you spontaneously combust dedicated to someone specific?
Yeah, it was about Donald Trump,
Okay. Uh-huh.
and also no, it was about Donald Trump, but also he represents the thing I hate most of all in the internet,
Mm-hmm.
which is the voice of these influencers
Mm-hmm.
who who try even the name, the influencers. It's like, I don't really go on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
I find it just uh it repulses me. I'm really disgusted by it. It's horror. It's like I stopped watching television many years ago because I just found it to be like something about it was not the way it was in the 70s when it was just in the 70s and 80s when you had 3 channels and everyone we shared the memories.
Yeah.
We were like, oh, did you see last night on blah blah? And everyone was like, oh, it was amazing, and everyone was talking about the same thing, and we shared it. It was glue. It was glue. You know, it glued us together. And now it fucking is the opposite of glue. It's exploding us apart as a civilization. I mean, you couldn't. It's like social media. I mean, it's anti-social media. It's like it's so funny. It's like 1984. It's like they're anyway. Yeah, that's what it's about. It's like fuck off. Just please explode now.
Okay, Fran. Wonderful. Thank you very much. Take care. See you here soon. Bye.
Take care. Thanks a lot.
Bye bye.